Hey guys, Tightrope here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We're on Pachino Farmlands. Play spawning in the north. We've got muster for Lupercal with the British forces. Going no commanding battle group yet. Dianno with US forces. Armoured. Fortune unselected with DAC, and Toiletguy also unselected with DAC. In terms of rankings, muster 177, Dianno 150, Toiletguy 60, and Fortune 48. Definitely a rankings edge here towards the Axis, and from the earlier chats we saw, seems like maybe these guys are maybe both arranged teams, and maybe they're matching up against each other again. I'm not 100% sure on that. Ooh, big damage on the 250 here. Getting on the side of it, getting some side armor hits with those engineers. Actually at risk of death. Too low. Down to one model. Almost no DPS. Tries to go for a bit of a chase here. This is risky stuff. For Fortune. The section comes around the corner. Half track, 16 HP, that'll be 2 section rifle shots, I think. Got a one engineer coming in looking for the intercept. It's going to go around the long way, perhaps. Crushing some fences. Wasn't really that noisy. Weaving around with this Fortune. Looks like he's trying to hide it in the corner. I wonder, fog of war, like listening, if it could be heard by muster. Sections coming up here. Royal engineers as well. Meanwhile, elsewhere on the map, another 250. Dingo now for muster. I think that's a good choice. If you're up against the 250, it's always a good counter. I think if I was up against double Afrika Korps, I'll be going for that very early on, the Dingo. And here we go. Finds it finally in the corner.
A fuel point is being lost.
Gave them the runaround. Certainly slowed down the progress. But still 250 going down. That's painful. Meanwhile, Toiletguy going for 2 Panzer Pios, 2 250s. A strange build.
Beggars are threatening a fuel point.
Jumping on the enemy fuel here. It's only a low fuel on the 2v2 variant of the map. Medium fuels are out here on the sides. Mine spotted by the sweeper. Does not go and clean it up though. Fortune coming forwards here, does not have grenades ticked yet. Flamethrower coming up on the building. Gets around to the rear armor of the Dingo actually. Dingo's in some trouble now. Getting low. Oh, and there it goes. Ooh, not good. Muster. No real reason to lose that. He gathers this with the 4x4. Here we go. Here comes a bit of a move. Flamethrower is upgrading on both of them. So yeah, we're about to see a bit of a move coming in here.
ASC upgraded, Commander.
On purple. Gonna sweep up these mines. Air support center. Dianno.
Point is being seized by the enemy.
Here we go. We have a 2-on-1. No anti-tank grenades yet on the section. And without a Dingo anymore, it's going to be much harder to defend this. That's a full retreat on this side from muster. I think that's a wise choice. Mine goes off here, drops one model. Might not be enough though, those flamers getting a couple of big hits there. Do vault this heavy cover wall though. Gets a bit of distance between them and the 250s. Oh boy, and here comes a Humber. What a timing on this. 250's trying to get out now. So close to getting 2 squad wipes there, but not getting the result. 4x4's in here as well. Really good timing on this Humber.
We're losing a capture point to enemy action.
It's like one of the 250s is going to escape. Briefly thought about trying to go for the decap over here, but decided against it.
Our victory point is being overrun.
The MG34 out on the far corner. Big old rifle blob here for Dianno. Greyhound in production.
You captured a victory point.
Fire! Finish!
Fortune has got grenades now. Uses the flare on the Humber.
My men are vet.
Does that mean he went for the training center upgrade?
German infantry! A fuel point is being overrun.
That might have been a vet boost on the Humber from the training center. Just old-fashioned veterancy. If that makes units that are in the area more vulnerable, maybe they've got received accuracy penalty. I'm entirely sure what the flare does. It's received damage or received accuracy. Rounds the corner, 250, about to go down. There was an interesting idea from Toiletguy. Looks like actually he got smoked last second there, a little bit late. Panzerjägers trying to do something up here. Looks like that went horribly wrong for Fortune. And he's going to lose this now. These double Humbers making short work of the remains. Double light vehicles now from the Allies. The Axis probably going to need a couple of anti-tank guns to, or triple in fact. Maybe even quadruple if you want to count the 4x4. I believe the Humber is kind of firing faster than it should be in this patch as well, so it is quite powerful. Still very fragile, but doing a lot of damage. Okay, back here, mechanized coming up for Fortune, not completed yet. Mechanized up for Toiletguy as well. Once the 8 route arrives, that's when the Humbers will start to struggle again. Fortune, he's missed his timing on a fast 8 route though. You can see he's got a huge surplus of fuel. It's manpower where he's hurting at the moment. Went for early mid-truck.
Proximity alarm! Near our capture point!
What was over here that caused all these craters? Okay, rolling on through here. It's going to be a snare off on one of the Humbers. Not enough damage even for an engine crit though. Just shy. Greyhound meanwhile containing the 250. It looks like Toiletguy maybe trying to bait the Greyhound over this mine. Not that he has particularly good follow-up to actually do anything after that. And that's the registered artillery, I believe. Yep, from Fortune. So I'm guessing maybe that was what we saw causing the craters earlier. I didn't hear it last time it happened though. Yeah, looks like bars unlocked now for Dianno, and that's a monster-sized blob.
We're losing a fuel point.
Doesn't quite get the squad wipe though. Maybe could have if a bit more diligent on the chase.
We have anti-tank crews reporting in.
250 out at the side here. Oh wow, he's already got the out of combat repairs. It's early to be going for that. And he's gone for the recon tractor as well. This is a very strange build from Toiletguy.
It's theirs now.
Oh, is this the end of the 4x4 though? Looking likely. Seems like Dianno a little bit focused on the 250 chase. But it does mean the Panzerjägers aren't particularly close. He's trying to bring the Greyhound across to them during this chase. didn't jump out of the 250 either before the 250 died. Could have backfired, could have lost the whole squad. I lost a whole Guastatori in a similar fashion the other day. 6 man. 6 50-50s in a row I lost.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
Oh, well. Yeah, I was so close to getting a squad wipe. That's why I didn't jump out personally, because I was like, oh man, I just need one more flame burst. If I can just get it off, I'm going to get a squad wipe here. And what's the odds of me losing a unit, you know? So, there's no way I can lose 6 50-50s. But I did. Artillery forces back the AT gun. 8-rod rolling up for fortune. The recon tractor out here. I think that's the artillery from the tractor. And MG34 handed over to Dianno here.
Commander, our anti-tank defenses are failing.
Infantry for Toiletguy. AT gun decrewed and stolen at this stage, but the US blob's coming across here to do something about it. Do not have grenades yet though. 8-rad should be a little bit more confident thanks to that. 6-man upgraded now for fortune. Bit of smoke out from the tractor. Still doesn't quite get home, but might allow the recovery of this still. Infantry coming in maybe for a bit of a barrage. Smoke actually backfiring here though. The Humbers... Maybe the Humbers launched the smoke. Jumps back on it with the Panzer Pios. Good building positioning. Looks like you can actually use the upper stories on these buildings. You can't do that in the 1v1 variant on these 2 buildings here. So the Stuka dive bomb. Dodged. 8-rad did get very low to the Humbers coming in from the side, and we've got double AT guns now from Muster. Oh boy, he's going to run right into this with the Simavente. Dropping down a bit of artillery from the recon tractor, I think, which nearly knocks out one of the Humbers. And the Simavente actually quite fast, because of the road down the center of the map, actually got out of harm's way. I thought it was dead for sure to the double AT guns. He's trying to come in, maybe hoping for a cheeky snare to finish off one of the Humbers. Not working out. Here comes another Panzerjäger, but no prioritized vehicles. When you're inside a 250 like that, sometimes your shots can go off target. And that was a bit of a throw. Just charging head on like that. Going up to 8-rad now. They hound up to Vet 2.
Territory lost.
Sprinty barrage. A little bit. So I've got 2 kills so far. It's quite low on health though. There is an AT gun right here. Got the out of combat repairs though, so doesn't have to worry about that too much. Recon tractor's in some trouble. But the stolen AT gun gets a shot on the Humber if he's got vision for a second shot. Oh, he misses the kill shot. The recon tractor goes down. A little bit sloppy that he didn't retreat this at all.
Our line is collapsing. Enemy taking our points.
Dianno getting very low on that Greyhound, but still alive. Rick is putting down the suppression. He's gone Indian artillery straight to the volunteer infantry first off. Oh, is that a rebuilt recon tractor artillery? Okay, no, it's Fortune who built the recon tractor this time. Mickey sections for muster. Okay, we've got the Caro up here. Looks like that's going to go chasing. Looking for the Greyhound kill. AT guns nearby, rifleman. Still no AT grenades. Oh, that is a costly mistake for Dianno. Maybe could have got the return kill on the Caro. Instead, just getting diced up here. It's a really bad choice. So cheap, you know, at this stage. Bad idea not to have them. Oh boy, and while this was going on, looks like Fortune able to steal away that Vickers that got decrewed by the recon tractor artillery.
Improved vehicle production is
Dianno going straight down War Machine, making tanks cheaper. Did go for like a fast tick up. Well, not that fast, but to Tank Depot.
A munitions point is being attacked.
Typically, it's a bit of a strange build because there's not a lot of synergy here. Going for air support center and then actually choosing to build your tanks, not being able to get the 76mm Shermans. Any of those upgrades that make tank spamming very effective.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
I was expecting easy 8 call-ins.
Damn it! Territory sector claimed by the enemy.
Contractor artillery dropped down on the AT guns before they really even had a chance to set up here. They do dodge away quite rapidly though. Oh, Caro in some trouble in the center.
We have territory under attack.
Slow dodging from Toiletguy. Looks like he's going to lose this one here. Oh, might have been an attack round. The Matilda coming in. Should D from Fortune. Double AT guns are right there though. This is anti-tank gun. Tank gun. Way out of position. Slow bringing it up as well.
Our munitions point is being neutralized by the enemy.
What's he doing? Uses the recon tractor. You could have just driven the tractor down this way. That was a really bad exit from Fortune. I don't know what he was up to there. Did not need to lose the tractor. So slow moving the AT gun. Really bad reaction. The arrival of that Matilda.
The enemy has claimed the sector.
Registered artillery dropped down there, I think. Foot guards out now from muster. But yeah, I suppose it makes sense Toiletguy for going for so many of these vehicle side upgrades if he's planning to spam the Caros. Just to buff those up as powerful as they can get. Have a look, see exactly what he's got.
Supply lines are cut. Territory is
It's a
isolated.
vehicle survival package. Doesn't have the pin bonus yet. Emergency repair kits. And rapid advance got the speed boost as well. Everything but the pin, which could be trouble now that some medium tanks are starting to arrive. Sherman on the field. Have to extract this 250. Did he go for the combat half-tracks upgrade? He did.
Commander, we have
No.
artillery on standby.
Requires armory upgrade. Thanks to the extra health pool here. Comfortable victory against the 4x4.
The Huns have 300 points.
T going connecting once. Fortune trying to close in. Not getting enough damage off to get a permanent engine crit though, and double engineers right here for repairs. Matilda's main gun getting a few decent hits in.
We're losing a victory point to enemy action.
Both teams contesting that central VP area. Triple cap against the Axis right now. T-gun gets one shot off, then backs away. Let's have the Panzerjägers right here. They're going to fire in some phosphorus. Yeah, there it goes. The T-gun lighting up the Matilda here.
They still have 200.
I don't think it's going to be able to get the kill. It's a decent attempt. Oh, here come the Caros actually. They could get the job done. Double AT guns here for muster. Caros so fast. Look at how quick they are. Trying to get around the corner. Trying to get around to the side armor or the rear armor. Still 200 on the side. A lot of armor on that Matilda. Especially if he still doesn't have the pin boost. Now the Matilda for muster. And I think at the moment Matildas are something that Afrika Korps often do struggle against. Just don't really have the penetration to reliably get through with anything but the
point is being
88
overrun.
flak. Oh, and that is clumsy stuff from Fortune running right in there.
Guns are on 200 points.
Sherman now chasing down the last remaining Caro. There it goes.
Available for use.
Looking pretty grim from the Axis at this stage. Didn't really get that critical number of Caros, but he's actually sight-ticked. Well, I suppose not really, but ticked up. Got a Panzer III out.
A victory point is being
The
overrun.
Caro spam in the past was just pure Caro Amatos the entire time.
We're losing a victory point.
He's actually gone for the Panzer IIIs now. Maybe that explains why he didn't have such a huge number of them. But you know, all those upgrades do help the Panzer IIIs as well.
Victory point.
Makes them a more compelling package as well.
We have 200 points remaining.
Still doesn't have the penetration boost though. I think that's a pretty big mistake.
The enemy is down to 200 points.
Need that extra pen. Backing away with the Panzer III 2-on-1 though. The Sherman is stopped backing away. It's faster with the Panzer III. Could easily get away, but that stop here for 5 seconds or so lost him the opportunity to build his way back into this game. And it looks like Fortune's got overwhelmed.
Our forces are down to 200
Fortune's
points.
lost his anti-tank gun somewhere.
Panzer pioneers fully bolstered.
So yeah, I think this is pretty much GG. Axis way too far behind at this stage.
We have to reload. Commander, territory is being threatened.
Matilda
The enemy's
base
wavering. They're down
fully
to only
healed up.
100 points.
Guns back there as well.
We have positions ready. Sector
Seaplanes forcing a few retreats here.
A munitions point is being overrun.
Is there any hope on the horizon? Looks like Fortune has also ticked
The
up.
enemy have 75 points
Toilet
left.
Guy's gone
Let up
for
now.
a recovery vehicle. Simavente up here, I guess you could try go for. No Panzer III wreck. Looks like that got flattened. There's also a
We've lost
recon
the
tractor
sector.
over here.
Commander, we have artillery on standby.
Still have to pay quite a lot of resources for those recoveries.
Smashing work. The enemy's
Oh,
down
is he
to
gonna
only
crush?
60 points.
No. He might crush the wreck.
Enemy squad firing on us.
These recoveries, they take a long time to happen.
Up and over!
Even just for a recon tractor. Whoa, what was that? Oh, that's the smoke launcher.
Jerry's
I thought a tank shot, like AT gun shot ricocheted off and flew into the air. Smoke launcher. Smokes out the AT gun, but Matilda's coming in from the side with the double AT guns. The Panzer III goes down.
more into the breach. 10 points remain.
It's the recovery vehicle back. I mean, it's the recon tractor back, but this is
One step
GG.
closer to victory.
Triple
Jolly
Cat
good
drains
work.
them out. Well, I kind of like the idea a little bit, but the execution wasn't really there from the Axis. I think the double 250 rush maybe a little bit late. Need to maybe come in about 40 seconds faster if possible. I don't know how the timings work out of it, but we saw that the Humber arrived, 5:45-ish, and if the Humber wasn't there, probably would have been 2 squad wipes. I think the 250s would have been able to chase into base and probably polish off those 2 engineers. Hard to say though, because reinforce rates in this game are so high. Once you get back to base, it's often hard to finish off a unit back there reinforcing. But yeah, just maybe a bit of disrespect from the Axis, given the chat history. Allies maybe lost the previous game, so they're trying some more off-meta strategies, and they just didn't really work out. But yeah, it's nice to see a little bit of Karamoto action after all this time. But yeah, I think needed to really just maybe go all in on them, just amass a huge army of them, get the penetration boost as well. That's really important. But yeah, those Matildas, they're really tough to deal with as Afrika Korps. They just have so much armor. And, you know, the 88 did get nerfed. It's tough. And so did the Marder as well. With less accuracy. Makes them less appealing to go for in general. It's tough. It's tough. But well played by the Allies. Able to shrug off all those cheese tactics and take the victory. And even maybe, you know, the double Humbers showing their strength. You can always trade those guys in as well later on. Once you get your final stage of tech out, get the resources back, boost out your medium production if you keep them alive. So it's, you know, it's not too much of an investment because you can get it back. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like a game recast by me, details in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.